Okay, one more video from my place in Frankfurt. I just quickly wanted to say something before I take off to Bangkok. There's one tweet that Rolf posted, I think last week or so, and it said something like, if you need, if you want to be profitable in a year, it will take you 6 years, and if you accept that it will take 6 years to become profitable, you will probably become profitable in 4 years, so much earlier than if you give yourself too much pressure. And I just had to think about this yesterday before falling asleep, because right now one of my family members is trying to become a trader, and he got into all that stuff with cryptos, and I can see the parallels between him and me back then. He just wants it too much, and I wanted it way too much, and there's really so much self-sabotage going on if you want it so bad that you really become so frustrated at one point, because you're sabotaging yourself all the time. You're trading way too high position size, you're over trading, you can't take your mind off of trading, and this experience everyone has to make, in my opinion. Everyone has to make this experience, and that is exactly why it takes so long for so many people to become profitable in trading, because this is not something you can teach or learn. This is something you have to experience for yourself. You yourself have to bust some accounts, you have to experience the feelings of winning and losing trades and winning and losing streaks. And there is just no shortcut in this game. Even if you trade the same strategy for 3 to 4 years, and you learn all the nuances about it, the psychological aspect of this game is just as important. And you will go down the rabbit hole, you will learn tons of different trading strategies, you will come to one point where you think, oh my god, I'm never gonna make it, there's just no way I can learn everything there is to know in this industry. And then you will come to the realization that you don't need to be the best to make a lot of money, and you certainly don't need to know everything to make a lot of money. So once you arrive at that conclusion, it will be like some heavy weight falling off your shoulders, and you will focus on your own style. You will not overtrade, you will simply wait for trades to come to you, and you will get to a point where you don't care so much about your trading, that you self-sabotage, that you sabotage yourself, but you will still care enough to put in the necessary work and follow the process and make money. And you will arrive at that point much faster, as Rolf already said, if you have realistic expectations from the beginning. Trading, like any other job, has to be learned. Give it 3 to 5 years. If you have realistic expectations and you power through the rough times, you are resilient, you give it a lot of your passion, but you also know how to recharge your batteries, your emotional capital has to be preserved, then you will make it much faster than someone who is thinking about trading 24/7 but is going into all directions at once, which is very likely the case if you are obsessed with this game. At least it was the case for me, and right now for my family member as well. Just, I can't help him, he has to make the experience for himself, and then with hindsight 2020 he will think, god damn it, why was I so stupid? And I think the same about myself as well. Why was I so stupid? Why couldn't I see or recognize this fact earlier? It's just experience. That's the way it works. That's the way the game works. And there's no way around it. So if you are obsessed right now with the game, or if you are stuck and you don't know where to go, try to care a little bit less about your trading, and especially about the results of your trading, and try to care a little bit more about balance, process, focus, and a relaxed mindset, and you will make it much faster. Don't go to the point where you care so little about your trading or the results that you just don't care at all, because that's bad too. there is really a sweet spot which you have to find in this profession. And once you are at that sweet spot, you will get thrown off sometimes by winning or losing streaks, or some events in your personal life can happen. But once you know how it feels to be in that spot, you will always find back to it. And that is what I would call the zone, as Mark Douglas said as well. You will always find back to that point. Once you found it, it will take some time to find it. But if you don't give up, you will find it. Just like I never give up on my haircut. What can I say? I have tried so many hairstylists all over the world. The best one is in Hong Kong, but I can't afford flying to Hong Kong every time to get a haircut. And I don't have the time. Still looks alright. Alright guys, talk to you in Bangkok.